Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new around here. Today's plan with me is for March, and March has kind of become the month where I do a super specific kind of niche pop culture kind of theme. That's the only way I could think to describe this, because last year I did Adventure Time, which is a cartoon that premiered on Cartoon Network for many years. It's very popular, and even if you haven't seen it, I feel like you've seen clips from it, like on TikTok or Vines, anything like that. But this month I decided to do Mario for March, and it kind of just turned into a Super Mario theme, or a Super March theme. I thought that was so clever. I just thought I was so clever coming up with that. But yeah, so this month is very exciting. The reason this came about is because for Christmas I got the new Mario Party Jamboree for my Switch, and I've been playing Mario games for a very long time. When I was a kid, I would play Super Nintendo 64. I would play the Super Mario game on there with my cousins and things at my grandparents' house, and then I had a GameCube where we played Mario Party, Mario Kart Double Dash, all the things. Let me know if you remember any of these. But yeah, I have a GameCube. I still have the GameCube, and then of course I had the Wii, and now I have a Switch. So we've been playing Mario Party Jamboree pretty much non-stop. It is very fun. I really like the new boards. I like that they're longer, and the mini games, there's some classic ones in there. Anyway, I'm just a huge Mario fan, and since I've been playing it non-stop, I kind of just had it in my brain to do a Mario theme for March, and it's super cute. I use a combination of acrylic paint and then of course just some markers. So the cover page is coming along nicely. I decided to do like a level for the cover page. So like in Super Mario Bros, when he completes different levels and worlds and things like that, he does different courses, and so that is the inspiration for the cover page here. I really just looked up on Pinterest Super Mario courses, and this was a background that came up, and honestly it was pretty perfect. So that's what we did. We've got different items, and we've got a piranha plant, we've got a Yoshi's egg, we've got a pipe of course, and then just a lot of backgrounds. This one is a lot of different greens, and I think it really comes together. We're doing different shades, and of course I'm painting right now because I really wanted this to be rich color and opaque and solid colors, and so that really did the job for the cover page here. I also decided not to do it over the whole page and kind of did a curved border around it, which I thought just really added to it. But hopefully you like it. I did not add any Super Mario characters besides like a piranha plant, and then of course I did items, so we have mushrooms and stars and shells and things like that. But I didn't really add any characters, so if you're looking for some familiar faces like Yoshi or Mario, Princess Peach, anything like that, they were not going to be in this spread, and it was kind of accidental. I got near the end and was like, I haven't done any characters, but honestly I kind of liked it like that. I liked that it was Super Mario without characters. Like you obviously know what it is, but I didn't have to be so obvious as to put Mario in there. Also, let me know down below what character you play when you play Mario Party or Mario Kart. I've always been a Toad person myself. When I was younger I played a little bit with Donkey Kong, but here lately I've been playing with Toad, Toadette, and then Boo. I've been playing with Boo a little bit more, which if anyone has played Luigi's Mansion, the GameCube one specifically, Luigi's Mansion for the Switch is super fun too. But yeah, let me know what character you tend to play with. This is also a little bit of a longer video than normal, but that's because I put so much work and so much detail into each spread on this page. So hopefully you will maybe grab a snack or a drink and sit back and enjoy this plan with me. I do add a little bit of shading, which you can see me here doing, just in certain places that needed it, and it's very minimal because that's not really the vibe of the Mario courses. But here for the title, I started out painting and it was looking very messy, so I did go over it with some markers, and I think that kind of got it better than it was. And here, of course, I'm going in with my fine liner because it just needed to be super sharp, and I decided not to outline everything else in the black Sharpie. But spoiler alert, I do go back and outline some things. Not everything, just some things that needed a little more attention to detail. But you know, I can't help myself with the fine liner. I just can't. It makes everything better. It makes everything better. But this page is our calendar spread. So in months past, we've been doing a smaller calendar spread that takes up one page each. I've talked about that many times, so I won't bore you again with the same spiel that I normally give. But this month I decided to make a bigger calendar, partly because it fit with the theme very nicely, and partly because I do want to start using my calendar layout a little more than I have, maybe adding in more than just important dates, adding in when bills are due, things like that. Yeah, so that's what we've got going here. And this one, so the first spread was literally just kind of copy and paste from Pinterest, saw a course that I liked, decided to recreate it. This one is all my own personal idea, so I decided to make it like you'd warped into a pipe and you'd gone into a level that's like underground. If you've played Mario, hopefully you know what I'm talking about, but you go underneath in the ground and there's like more evil characters, you can get firepower there. It's like normally dark and gloomy, a little bit of blues everywhere. So that's the inspiration that I went with here. Like you had just worked down into a pipe. You'll see that I do the blue background here after this. And so also when you go underneath into those kinds of levels, you have all sorts of different blocks and boxes. Some of them are more of like these brown brick patterns, and then of course you have a ton of item boxes. So that's what we did. Of course we have our calendar boxes, but any other box around it I decided to make into an item box or brick box, and I thought it was super cute. I was really proud of it. And then you can see crawling around the sides, I had to look up what these things were called, and you guys, I can't remember what they were called. I literally looked up blue spike evil Mario character. I'm pretty sure it was just called Spike. It's called Spike something. I can't believe I forgot the name again. That's how I literally had to look it up on Google. And so I put them crawling around, and then I had these two boxes out to the side, and you can see they're just solid yellow because I was thinking it had been like Mario had hit an item block and then items had popped up before he went and grabbed them. So we have a mushroom to make him bigger, and then we have firepower because again, that's something that would come underground in these levels. And then you can see here I'm adding the blue with the paint around it to kind of go more with the theme and make it look, you know, more like it was an underground level. But I'm really proud of this spread. I think this one and then the cover page are tied for my favorites, but you can see we're adding in little stars just to make things more interesting in the background. And here's where I go back and start fine lining everything, because I kind of fine lined the boxes and some of the items, and so just to make it more cohesive, I do go back to the title page and we're fine lining some things. Again, not everything. I think I kept, okay, now I'm looking at it and it's pretty much everything except the background I do outline. So I hope that was the right call. I hope you agree that I made the right decision. I think it really sharpens everything up and makes it pop more for this cover page. But we're going to be moving on very shortly to the best spread, which I have a new spread. This page is going to look a little bit plainer, a little bit less detailed than the other ones, because obviously I need more blank space, I need more white area so that I can write things down. I'm going to write the best thing about each day as always. And then to the right here, this is kind of a blank page. So I had a couple good suggestions last time to maybe do like a gratitude journal, which I really love the idea of, but it's also very similar to my best idea because I write the best thing about my day, which is, I don't know, it's similar in my mind because I'm obviously grateful that I had those those great experiences that day. Still might look into that. Also had the idea to do just like a brain dump page and write down random things that I need to think of, or maybe do a meal plan for each week where I have meals for dinner planned for week 1, 2, 3, 4, things like that, and then make a shopping list based off of that. But I just left it blank for now. Again, it's very simple compared to the last two, but again, I need more of that white space to write things down. And we're moving on to the weekly spread, which is very similar to the last one, as in it has more white space, it's a little less detailed in the background. But the layout that I'm choosing here is one of my very, very favorites. I think I've mentioned that a lot. Anything that's like has more room to write daily to-do list and is more of like a vertical situation, I love it. So this is one of my favorites, and similar to the calendar spread, I decided to do item boxes as if they'd already been hit, but the item hadn't yet been grabbed by Mario. And so we have many different items at the top. We've got a star, we've got the little leaf that turns you into, a tanuki. That's the name. I was like, he's like a little critter. It's Tanuki Mario. It turns you into Tanuki. And then we have the star power, we have a live fire power, just a green shell, which isn't really an item, but I kind of wanted it up there. And then we have, of course, the mushroom to make yourself larger. And then we're going in with the same Super Mario font for the numbers and things like that. Again, just rounding everything off, keeping this pretty simple, but hopefully you have enjoyed the Super March spread. This one was really, really fun. I had a lot of fun creating this one, and hopefully you enjoyed watching me create it. But this is the final flip through, so as always, thank you guys so much for being here. If you do like this video, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do all the things, but only if you want to. You don't have to. So thanks again for being here, and hopefully I will see you next month for April.